A thunderstorm is raging outside. You're taking shelter indoors, watching the storm out the window. Suddenly, a bright flash of lightning illuminates the room. But instead of a bolt of lightning shooting across the sky, what you see is something slow-moving and spherical. A luminous ball seems to float toward you, growing larger and larger until it enters your home and envelops you in its glow. It hovers for a moment before shooting back out the window and into the stormy night. These visions of ball lightning have been reported throughout history, but it's not clear if they're all describing the same phenomenon. So what exactly is ball lightning? Is it just a bizarre figment of our imagination? Or could this strange occurrence one day hold the key to new technologies? Let's take a look at everything we know so far. Well, the first written record of ball lightning dates back to ancient Greece. The earliest known image of the phenomenon comes from 1753, when an artist named Georg Griffmann sketched the view from his bedroom window. That fateful night, he watched as a white, fiery orb crawled along the wall until it finally disappeared. For many years after that, ball lightning was seen as a hoax or a myth until it began showing up in more and more scientific journals. In 1963, the Soviet Academy of Sciences even created a special committee to investigate the phenomenon. Over the next 3 decades, they collected hundreds of eyewitness accounts of ball lightning, which led to the establishment of the International Ball Lightning Research Center in 1998. Today, scientists are still struggling to find an answer. One thing we know for sure is that ball lightning is very rare. Fortunately, most reports involve a single witness who observed the event from a distance. This makes it difficult to collect accurate data, and often leaves us wondering whether what they saw was real or imagined. According to one report, however, a young girl playing in a field in Russia witnessed something incredible. She looked up to watch a massive lightning strike. A ball of light descended from the sky, hovered for a few seconds, then vanished. She claimed that the air around her became warm and smelled like gunpowder. While such occurrences are extremely rare, we do have plenty of anecdotal evidence that suggests ball lightning may exist. Many reports come from people in Russia, although some are recorded as far away as Sri Lanka and New Zealand. While each account is slightly different, most describe a luminous orb between 20 and 40 centimeters in diameter that moves slowly through the air. Eyewitnesses also report seeing these orbs hover, change direction, or even pass through solid objects. And while we don't know what they're made of, they seem to give off heat and light. In some cases, people even hear a buzzing sound. When the balls burst, according to witnesses, explode with a force similar to a small bomb, and leave behind an acrid smell like burnt gunpowder. The idea that ball lightning can pass through solid objects is especially fascinating, because it suggests it's not actually a physical entity at all. In fact, it may be nothing more than an electromagnetic anomaly. In recent years, scientists have begun to take these reports seriously, and several theories have been put forward to try to explain the phenomenon. One of the more popular ideas is that ball lightning is caused by plasma. Plasma is a superheated state of matter in which electrons are stripped away from atoms. Since it contains an abundance of free electrons, plasma is electrically charged and highly reactive. On Earth, we typically find plasma in environments with intense heat or radiation. Examples include lightning bolts, auroras, and even the solar wind. Scientists believe that when a lightning bolt strikes the ground, it creates a channel of plasma that rises into the air. Known as a plasma jet, this narrow column can reach temperatures of up to 30,000 degrees Celsius. As it ascends, the plasma jet causes ionization, stripping electrons away from molecules in the air and creating a glowing orb of light. Another theory proposes that ball lightning is created by a sudden discharge of energy from a power line. In 1963, the Soviet committee investigating ball lightning collected reports from 2 men working on a railway bridge in Tajikistan. They both described seeing a glowing sphere emerge from a nearby transformer station and float down onto the bridge, where it hovered for a few seconds before disappearing into the ground. While this event could have been caused by a simple electrical discharge, other instances may be caused by radioactive elements. In 1969, a Japanese scientist named Akira V proposed that ball lightning is produced by radioactive isotopes in the upper atmosphere. These isotopes are carried there by cosmic rays and become activated when they collide with nitrogen or oxygen. He suggested that when a lightning strike occurs, the magnetic field collapses and releases a large amount of energy. This energy triggers the radioactive decay process, causing an electron to break away from an atom and creating a glowing plasma. Protyagun supported this theory by conducting an experiment in which he shot X-rays at a mixture of alcohol and water. The beam ionized the liquid and created a glowing sphere that rose into the air and floated around the lab. But perhaps the strangest explanation for ball lightning comes from researchers at New York's Stony Brook University. They claim that ball lightning may be nothing more than an ordinary lightning strike that appears unusual only because it happens inside a wormhole. Wait a second, did they just say wormhole? Yes, wormhole. Wormholes are hypothetical tunnels that connect to different points in space-time. Now, some scientists believe that ball lightning can create a temporary wormhole that allows an ionized plasma to escape from a parallel universe where it's normally confined. While we don't know if any of these theories are correct, we do know that ball lightning is almost certainly not dangerous. In fact, there have never been any confirmed cases of a human being killed or injured by a ball lightning strike. Most reports involve the balls simply floating through solid objects without causing any damage. There is, however, one notable exception. In 1963, a farmer from Yugoslavia reported seeing a blue ball of light descend from the sky and strike his wife in the head. She survived the encounter, but suffered from amnesia and a complete loss of the ability to speak. While this story sounds like it could be from an episode of The Twilight Zone, it may offer valuable insight into the true nature of ball lightning. Fortunately, incidents like these are often dismissed as fake or misreported. However, the case for their authenticity is bolstered by a series of experiments conducted in the late 1960s by John Abrahamson and Stanley Krippner at the University of West Virginia. In one experiment, a subject lay on a table in a darkened room, while two researchers stood over him asking questions. All three men wore special goggles that allowed them to see only a small portion of the room. Abrams and Krippner told the subject that ball lightning was about to strike and instructed him to describe what he saw. The subject immediately began describing a blue orb floating toward him. Just as he reported seeing it approach, a flash of light illuminated the room and the subject cried out in surprise as something struck him in the chest. When the researchers removed his goggles, they found that he had been singed and his clothing was torn. They repeated the experiment several times with the same result. Although we don't know what these mysterious forces really are, it seems clear that they can cause physical damage. So why does science still struggle to explain such a well-documented phenomenon? The truth is that many scientists don't take reports of ball lightning seriously, either dismissing them as myths or attributing them to natural causes like plasma jets or electrical discharges. Those who do take the phenomenon seriously are often ridiculed or marginalized, which has left scientists afraid to pursue the topic for fear of damaging their careers. However, many believe that if we can one day understand the true nature of ball lightning, it could lead to exciting technological breakthroughs. For example, the heat generated by a ball lightning strike could be harnessed to create a powerful new energy source. It might even be possible to develop a type of propulsion system that utilizes the immense power of a ball lightning bolt. Or maybe the energy produced by a ball lightning strike could be used to generate a clean and efficient form of fuel. The possibilities are endless, but we'll never know if they are truly possible, unless we're willing to look beyond traditional science and consider the possibility that ball lightning may be the key to a whole new world of energy production. And speaking of energy, how much do you know about electricity? Take our quiz to find out. Do you think science will one day unlock the secrets of ball lightning? Let us know in the comments below.